Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I, the pure consciousness, would manifest the words of truth and the words of wisdom. I, the pure consciousness, would manifest the words of truth and the words of wisdom through this finite mind and through this finite body. Blessings to be on the listener, the one who herself or himself has uncluttered from unnecessary drama and folk. Om Shanti, Shanti, and Shanti. So somebody in recent days inquired about the free will. In recent days, not too long ago, somebody inquired about the free will, and we would just get to that. And they also inquired that what is free will, and if our lives are destined, if you understand, if there is such thing as free will, or what is free will, if our lives already are destined. So we are going to look into it together, as we always do. And my job in this moment in time, of course, to bring clarity in your perception, so you understand the inquiry. The inquiry is, if there is such a thing as free will. So in the beginning, I would tell you, if you are a person, if you are a person of belief, meaning you believe in something outside of you, if you are a person who follows, meaning you are a follower of something outside of you, it can be a religion, it can be a philosophy, it can be a social circle, it can be a culture, it can be a country. All that basically, if you are believing or following something outside of yourself, and if you are a follower but not the spectator, then there is no such thing for you as free will. Then you are only living in the illusion that your will is free. However, your will is not free, and it never was. Because please remember something, all these traits that I just mentioned long ago, that if you are believing something outside of yourself, it can be a religion, it can be a culture, a society, a doctrine, or a philosophy. In that case, your will is not free because you are following something. You have already made up your mind, and through that, you are looking at everything through that perspective. Then you live in an illusion that your will is free, and you are practicing or exercising the free will. However, the will is not free. That is that is in a nutshell. I am telling you, this is the answer to your inquiry. However, we will go further and we will look into it more closely and as simple, so every one of us, each one of us, can understand easily that what it means. Everything, your life, what you are experiencing at any given moment in time, your life, what you are experiencing at any given moment in time, at any moment, at any second, your life is 101%, is 100%, or 101% is your making. It's your own making. There is nobody else to blame. As I say in all my messages, you don't have to believe me for the same reason. You don't believe me, you don't disbelieve me. You are a spectator, and your job here is to observe and watch my words, what I am telling you. After that, if it has any truth in it, if it has any wisdom in it, it would automatically, it's only natural that it would automatically resonate through you. So, as I said, the life which we all are experiencing at any given moment or in this moment in time is 100% our making. That we understand as karma. Karma basically encompasses a huge definition, but this is one small essence of what karma is. The life we are experiencing right now is 100% purely our making. And that is related to when you ask me if our lives are predestined, means if there is such thing that this life what we are living right now, if this life is a predestined life, then at what point in time free will comes in? If it is all this time, then where is free will? That was the inquiry. So the answer of the inquiry is what you are experiencing right now is 100% you're making. And it's 100% the karma. The very experience of life that you are experiencing right now, this whole experience is developed. This what you are experiencing right now, this whole experience is developed by the karma. Everything, the memory and the feelings, the emotions, the reactions towards certain situations, certain events, and certain places, it's all karma. So in that way, the karma has made up this very experience that we are experiencing right now. In that way, if you look into it, so the life that we are experiencing seems like it is predestined. Where the free will comes in is have an option you have an option right here and right then and there to change the karma. You see, by exercising truly your free will. It's just like when you see in in the examination or in the question paper, when you see that they tell you a scenario and they give you multiple choices, and you focus on the scenario and you make only one choice among those multiple choices. So imagine the scenario is what your life is in this moment in time, what you are experiencing. And when you make the choice, that is what we understand as the free will. The scenario, what you have been given, the scenario is the life you are experiencing at any given moment in time, and then you are given multiple choices and you choose only one choice which better fits. That's your free will. So the life what you are experiencing is 100% you're making is pure and simple karma. And I have explained the definition of karma. The word is a Sanskrit word, and the definition of karma is that which is done. So that which is done is making this very experience of life. And now, if you want to exercise your free will, then not attaching yourself from this particular and this very karma and acting just in the present moment, that's what we understand as exercising the free will. As I have mentioned in one of the messages, and as I have mentioned in one of the retreats, that Krishnamurti, a brilliant philosopher and a mystic, said, bring your awareness to a point where there remains no I and you, where there remains just the truth of the moment, and let the truth act. It means when we say let that truth act, it means we are exercising right then and there our free will. If you understand, exercising free will means that you are not influenced by your karma. In a nutshell, in very plain and very simple words, exercising free will means that you are not led by your karma. And it is very easier to say, as easier as I just said right now. But I understand that it is extremely hard and very difficult to practice. Because remember, karma encompasses the memory. Karma also gives you the scenario, and then your free will kicks in, that how you can react in this particular situation, or what is the best choice that you could make. An example would be that, God forbid, somebody is facing an extremely difficult situation. If that person is led by their karma, it means they are not shedding or getting rid of the karma, and they are attached to the karma, and they are making a choice based on the previous karma. But a person who is not attached to the karma, or at least not influenced by the karma, you see, a person who is not attached to the karma, or at least not influenced by the karma, would make a brilliant choice. That is what we understand exercising our free will. Free will is when we act in the truth of the moment. Free will means when we emotionally, no matter what the emotion is, no matter how difficult of a situation is, when we emotionally detach ourselves from a particular scenario, and then as a spectator we exercise our free will and we make a brilliant choice, then and only then we shed the karma and we make the choice. I hope you understand what I am saying. I'm trying to simplify something which is extremely difficult to explain in words, but since you have inquired, I am doing it, and I'm doing my best. For example, if person is faced with a difficult situation, if the person acts based on fear, which is previous karma, if a person act based on emotions run by everything what the person knows by the memory, if a person reacts in that particular or difficult situation based on attachment towards everything what is in the surroundings, then the person is not exercising the free will. As I mentioned, it's very easy to say, but it is very, very difficult to do. And the only way we can do it when we dedicate ourselves every day by making some time solely for ourselves and aligning our body in a geometrical position every day. Every day when we empty our vacuum, every day when we create sufficient distance between what we essentially are, which is the pure awareness and the consciousness, and the body mind, then there is a chance that we can exercise the free will. Then there is a chance that we can exercise our free will. Then and only then. First, we need to free our will. That is the first and the most important thing. If our will is invested in fear, in gossips, in attachments, in emotions, in memories, then of course the will is not free because it's invested already in karma. But when we free our will from all that, then we can exercise free will. It does not happen in a blink of an eye. It does not happen in an hour. It does not happen in a day. It takes time, but it is very possible to get there because I do it all the time by making time for myself. So I truly hope that I have answered your inquiry. Free will is when your will is totally free but not invested in the karma. Free will is when you are not led by emotions or fear or jealousy or resentment or scheming or gossips. When your will is not invested in all those things, then you live in the present moment and your will is free. Then and only then you can exercise free will. Otherwise, you would remain living in the predestined, which is obviously karma. If you have any questions, if you have any confusions regarding what I have said here so far, please write me. Feel free to write me. I have the awareness that I have answered your inquiry. However, as I said again, please feel free to write me and I would clarify more. First, free your will, and then and only then you can exercise free will.